Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about if you ever roll with someone jiu-jitsu, it really tells you how strong you are and how weak you really are um, on the ground. I don't know what jiu-jitsu is designed for a smaller person take a bigger person down. I have rolled against some people that is as skinny can be, and I couldn't submit them. I'm easily 279, 80 on a regular day, and if it was a strength contest or a punching contest, or I can take them. But well, that used to be before I messed up my shoulder impact on this side. But jiu-jitsu is a sure way to make somebody humble, because it is the only martial art where strength can be utilized by good conditioning and good techniques. Don't get me wrong, you good muscles will help you, but it's not the only thing. Really, if you have good core and good breathing and able to breathe okay, you can pretty much last in jiu-jitsu until somebody with skill puts you in a move, Kimura, clock choke, Ezekiel, straight arm bar, triangle choke, Americana. There's so many chokes out there, I just can't. Anything that cross one part of the body and your hand cross the other is a choke. I have been humbled many times, many times, by people that's just got skill. Now, if I was their age, I would have a better chance, but 47, 46, 45 in jiu-jitsu terminology is kind of old, but it's not. You just don't actively see them compete like with the big championships. You usually see them compete in their bracket. But I will say, if you do jiu-jitsu in general and they don't do anything, you most likely gonna win. I just been humble, like just kids just playing with me, now granted, I wore them out, because I put weight and stuff, and they nice and young, or they're younger, but it's still like, it's the great equalizer that equalizes anything a person have. If you're facing a wrestler, you can equalize them. If you're facing any other martial artist, the moment you may not be able to take a roundhouse, and in other styles you can get your head kicked off if you try and go for a double leg or a single leg or some type of trip. It takes some level of skill, but once you get to the ground, it's like literally seeing an alligator just slowly just pull you under. It is a magnificent art. If anybody want to test the strength of their martial arts, I strongly suggest go with a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Now, with that being said, I wish jiu-jitsu practitioners understand that there's other people that do jiu-jitsu and then martial arts too. It's not exclusive to BJJ. Karate has for centuries had a jiu-jitsu game. They just took it out because that wasn't the time. And then, the time of things is different. 35, 40 years ago, nobody was talking about jiu-jitsu. Everybody was talking about karate. Because they were just watching Karate Kid and watching the 70s where karate practitioners was knocking people out, period. But that was then. And today is a different time. Now jiu-jitsu is pretty much mandatory in any style to kind of get you our ability to grapple. Now, if you can face a jiu-jitsu practitioner and a karate practitioner or a Muay Thai or a boxing, they have that background and they have decent jiu-jitsu game, half guard, closed guard, able to frame real well, you're in trouble, jiu-jitsu people. I have to in on other secret. Other people has adapt. A lot of people has adapt. So it's very rare you can find any Muay Thai, any UFC, Bellator, PFL people who do not have a strike game, a wrestling game, a takedown game, and a ground game. It's very rare you can find that. If you got a good takedown game, and even gets a jiu-jitsu practitioner, you're still pretty good. Like you're a judo player. Really, judo and jiu-jitsu are like really brothers and sisters to each other. It's really the truth. They really are kissing cousins. But it's just amazing what those practitioners can do. It's amazing what those people can do. So yeah, jiu-jitsu is an amazing art. Dangerous. But it's not everything. There's other people that practice. And even though I have drastically stepped back from jiu-jitsu game, like I'm not doing 3 classes a week anymore. I still do one, and I try to roll once a week, maybe twice. And then if I go to my karate sparring and we're allowed to do takedowns, then I'm going to do jiu-jitsu. And even more people that do karate with me, they want to know more jiu-jitsu stuff because they see it's a need. So it's basically like this. If one style don't have it all, so you may have to adapt and learn from other styles and see what works. If I can go back in time in my 20s or 18, I would definitely do BJJ, and I would probably do Arnis or Eskrima. I would do those two combinations. If I can say that would work well for certain people like women, I say Eskrima, because I don't care how tough you are, if you slicing organ parts, nobody can face that in jiu-jitsu, because most fights go to the ground or grapple or something to that extent. And the moment you can grapple somebody and you are jiu-jitsu, that's what you want. Most people do not want to grapple. Jiu-jitsu people want to, because it's That's how we win. It's a close combat type of sport. The moment you grab somebody, you know, that's when you start winning. You know, as long as you have good condition and you have some skills, or you know, you've been practicing jiu-jitsu for a year or 2 or 3, you're very tough to beat. It's very few people can beat you. So, you know, I had one person, subscriber, says, well, I'm not all that impressed with what you do. I'm like, okay, it's easy for you to say that behind a phone, but you never seen me in person. And if I can't beat you, I know at least 5 people at white belt that tap you out. Or I have some MMA guys that knock you out. They no joke. They are for real, for real. So, you know. But anyway, I digress. All right, have a good one.